A governess cares for a group of children in the early days of World War II. The Sound of Music. The King and I. My Fair Lady. Mary Poppins. The legendary musical, The Sound of Music, stars Maria, governess to the singing Von Trapp family. It features such songs as Do Re Mi and My Favorite Things, all set against the backdrop of Nazi Germany. This one is actually based on a true story. A good girl and a bad boy fall for each other over the summer, but things get complicated when school starts. West Side Story. Footloose. Hairspray. Grease. '50s teenagers sing and dance through this funny high school musical. Grease tells the story of Sandy and Danny. They met over the summer and quickly fell for each other. When the school year starts, things get complicated. Elphaba is totally a victim of circumstances and was not always so mean. Wicked. Gypsy. Into the Woods. The Wizard of Oz. Based on the novel by Gregory Maguire, Wicked tells the story of the Wicked Witch of the West, otherwise known as Elphaba, before Dorothy came to Oz and dropped a house on her sister. She was actually a nice person before bad things kept happening to her. It is Jets vs. Sharks as a pair of star-crossed lovers struggle to be together in 1950s NYC. Guys and Dolls. West Side Story. Hairspray. In the Heights. Tony and Maria fell in love despite their connections to rival gangs in West Side Story. A 1961 film version of the musical starred Natalie Wood as Maria. A group of struggling artists try to keep the bills paid in New York East Village at the dawn of the 90s. Avenue Q. Rent. In the Heights. Next to Normal. Rent premiered on Broadway in 1996, focusing on a group of artists in New York who struggled with everything from paying their rent to relationships to AIDS. The musical was inspired by Puccini opera, La Bohème. A teen girl fights segregation while showing the world, or at least Baltimore, her far-out dancing skills. Hairspray. All Shook Up. Beautiful. Waitress. Hairspray started as a 1988 John Waters film that was not a musical before moving to the Broadway stage in 2002. It stars typical 60s teen Tracy Turnblad, who works to fight segregation while teasing her hair high and trying to earn a spot on a local dance show. A wrongly convicted barber takes revenge by murdering his customers. Something Rotten. Little Shop of Horrors. A Gentleman Guide to Love and Murder. Sweeney Todd. After spending 15 years imprisoned for a crime he did not commit, Sweeney Todd comes home to seek vengeance by murdering his customers. His amorous landlady, Mrs. Lovett, helps conceal his crimes by baking his victims into her meat pies. Professor Henry Higgins is sure he can transform a Cockney flower girl into a woman of high society. The Music Man, The King and I, My Fair Lady, Carousel. Based on the play, Pygmalion, by George Bernard Shaw, My Fair Lady hit Broadway in 1956. Fans fell in love with Eliza Doolittle, who transformed from a simple flower seller to a proper lady with the help of Professor Henry Higgins. Even living in an orphanage is not so bad if you have got the right attitude. Matilda, Annie, Newsies, Billy Elliot. Based on an old comic strip, the musical, Annie, told the story of a young orphan escape from the evil Miss Hannigan and her adoption by the generous Daddy Warbucks. It is known for songs like, It Is a Hard Knock Life, and of course, Tomorrow. An English widow heads to the Far East to work as a tutor. Miss Saigon, Fiddler on the Roof, The King and I, Man of La Mancha. The King and I, which hit Broadway stages in 1951, stars a widow named Anna who moves to Thailand to tutor the children of the King of Siam. This Rodgers and Hammerstein creation also features East versus West cultural differences and a surprise romance.